God damn it! I talked to everybody and... easy mistake. Oh my god, so all the same answers again. What'd you hear last night? Keep it quiet, would you? Oh my god. Has been favorite unusual. Father Augustine. Stranger. What kind of trouble? Josie. Ernie. Still don't trust him. Pearl. Sort of rumors. End conversation. My god. No, the game didn't break. My computer completely crashed. Like, I got the blue screen of death. It's out of nowhere, which I have not seen in a long time, which is just fucking wonderful. Too often. Not bad. Do pretty good at. Wait, which should we peek? I think we did that one. Oh, we picked the wrong choice. Well, you had to help. I'm not lying, preacher. I'm not lying, preacher. I forgot what we picked. Has he ever come to confession? Zeke. Too generously. Stranger. Josie. Yeah, my computer just completely died. What's wrong with their employer? Ernie and Pearl. The kind of unpleasantness and the conversation. Talk to Pearl. Okay, so we got to figure out how we're gonna. Needs to be staying. You just want to build for yourself. Let's not fight. That's what we picked last time. Yeah, I remember. Us girls got to stick together. He has nightmares. Zeke. What did Bill say about that? Father Augustine. Look, instead of banishing it, Tom. Why was he banned? Stranger. Josie. And Ernie. Ever get rough with you? And the conversation. Oy, this is annoying. After I talk to the next person, I'm gonna save it. So, have we figured out who do we want to frame? Just a little bruised. I say for Jenny's sake. Well, Bill, Zeke, Stranger. How is he showing off? I say make a vote. Okay, actually that's not a bad idea. I'll do that right now. Let me... Ugh, I lost all my... everything, god damn it. Okay, manage poll. Okay, so we've got new poll. Who to frame? Pearl. Hooker. Josie. Cook. Zeke. Tender. Preacher Man. Ernie. I can only do that many. Who do we not want to blame? Because the other one left is the Stranger. Yeah, Falcon, my computer completely crashed. So I lost the video recording of the first part of this, which sucks. But I could download it, but it's just, it'll also kind of fuck things up. Yeah, but how do I make it look like one, though? That's the thing. Videos tonight. So, oh, well, that's not enough to kill. Well, I mean, we could figure it out. Okay, I can't pick. I think the preacher's gonna be the hardest one. So we'll just do. So we'll replace the Stranger, and I don't think the bartender is gonna work. Well, I don't want to blame Josiah, so we'll Or, okay. It's only letting me do a certain amount. So here we go. Start the poll. There we go. Oh god, it's because I put hooker. Pearl. Lady of the Night there. Oh my god. Okay. This is Sweet Bean. I didn't see that part. Sorry, Kia. Yeah, it is 5. That's why I didn't see it, because I was in the middle of making it when you... Hawk has not seen those yet. Seen what yet? Why'd you guys post a bunch of bread pit? What the hell is wrong with you people? And then I got a text from Obsidian. Everyone's saying that the stream is down. So yeah, we'll go with whoever you guys is who we'll try and blame. Yes, yeah. I can make polls. You actually can, yeah. Down for a hot second. It just crashed. Praise the loaf. What the hell, people? Just bread. And a corgi. And Charles Barkley is bread. Oh my god, I'm so done with you people. Anyway, yes. Frightening in what way? Ernie. Who is this type then? And then Pearl. She wants to stay in a room. Conversation. Okay. There we go. 30. Then there's this son of a bitch. Do you ever think so? Do you ever be able to girls? I don't know. The reason you like chasing me? That's the one. Yeah. Scared of old Bill, are you? Old Bill. Zeke. So why doesn't he? Father. How do you get his hands dirty? Stranger. I don't want to. Is that about old Bill? Josie. She has old Bill for a raise. And then Pearl. And that conversation. Okay, so. Save my game. Because I didn't like an idiot. I don't want to. It just says, oh my god, why is there so much bread? Okay, so once we talk to Bill, the poll should be over and we can figure out who to frame. He's ref and will blow Bill. You decided much better shaking away with it if you wait for the right moment. Well, Bill's favorite pastimes of late is to outline verses in the Bible which he believes support his brutish and vengeful way of life. For example, the phrase, "Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by men shall his blood be shed," has a thick black line around it. This could be a useful piece of evidence. If you take the Bible, you can carry one... Okay, leave the pocket Bible. Well, Bill likes to sleep out here under the starlight sometimes. Okay, we just saved it. Okay. So there you are. Wasn't sure if I had to send one of the boys out after you. You can call off your dogs, old Bill. I'm right here. I swear you're gonna be the death of me, Andy Bruce. Keep running away like that, and your life will send me to an early grave. Unless so much stress a man's heart can take. The music! Truth is, no good comes of it when we fight like we did last night. I was standing out here damn near all day, just thinking things over. I came up with a solution to these little problems we've been having lately. Oh? Sure. Something I should have done an awful long time ago. Rick, it's about time you and I got married. How's that supposed to stop us from fighting? This is a joke, right? Of course I'll marry you. Never, you monster. Big enough for the two of us. Oh, wait. When the two become one. Alright, here we go. Marriage bill? How's that supposed to stop us from fighting each other? I remember well enough how my mom and pa used to damn near rip each other's throats out at times. It'd be different for us, Annie. I am one to take these things lightly, you know that. It's a holy sacrament. Two people joined together with God as their witness. If you're my wife, I'd treat you right. I'd be a real good father to our little girl, too. Where's little Jenny, anywho? How come she ain't here? I took her to a hotel. She's staying with a friend. She says I'll playing somewhere. I'm not telling you. 3, let's go the fun route. Oh, wow. That's 2 for 4. All right, here we go. I ain't telling you where she is, Bill. Not until I know she'll be safe. You have a mind to keep my child from me, Annie? You know I can't allow that. If she ain't back in this house by tonight, I'm gonna have to send Ernie out looking for her. Neither of us wants that to happen. So be a good girl and fetch her back here after supper. And you think over what I said. We'll talk again tomorrow. Maybe make it official. Okay. So who to frame? Is it done? Oh, it's got like 4 minutes left. Let's see what it's at right now. What are you guys picking? Oh God. How am I gonna frame Ernie though? Everyone has said how they're the best of friends and he'd never turn on him. It was a 10-minute time. It's the default 10-minute timer. Figure it out. Okay, so, all right. Well, let's just end the poll then. Okay, 100% of you said frame the best friend. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to frame the best friend. We've got the bloody rag. Arrangement. Please find a closed banknotes totaling $50. Dan Cassidy of the Majestic Saloon. It's a Rev Saloon here in Willostown, run by Dan Cassidy. The money has been removed from the envelope already, but the note itself is interesting. Old Bill has never been above doing business with his rivals, even though he and Dan have tried to kill each other on more than one occasion. You wonder if this note might raise certain suspicions if it was planted in the right location. If you take the note, okay. So what do we do? There's the gold pocket watch. There's the note. Then there's the weapons we gotta use. Well, we have her key. The key to her room. That's the shared room. The opium. But how would we make it a suicide, though? It wasn't so pleasant. That's the one we're killing, Falcon. Keep the spare key to this bedroom. Obviously, with the door locked. Okay. I can't. At least I don't think I can, Dom. Yeah. Nope, we can't do it. We're not drinking the swill. Checking the supplies. There's a rifle there. It's an interesting one. Okay, so key to her room. But then... So, okay, so we should take... Okay, so we should take the key and then the rifle. Because that's one of Ernie's rifles. Okay, we'll try that then. I'm gonna save it real quick, just in case things crash again, so I don't have to redo anything. Okay, here we go. Take the key. All right, let's go. Well, it's got his pack, so we can put it in his pack, so we can at least do that. All right. Oh, this is Old Bill. Okay. You'll just remember to come back here and collect it after supper. Okay. Guess that means supper's ready. Time to eat, folks. On the table, I looked at it earlier. It was like a saddle pack or something. Your Josie sure is one heck of a fine cook, Zeke. You taught her real good. You ain't never tasted my cooking, Bill. Trust me, the girl got it from her mother. Any more for you, mister? Oh, no thank you, my dear. The meal was surprisingly delectable. I'm so grateful you invited me to dine here. Well, thank you kindly. Yeah, Stranger is the British guy. Be like a rom-com. Live happily ever after. That's a pot for dinner on the table right now, if that's what you're talking about. You sure got a real affluent way of talking, stranger. You one of them traveling theater folks? Although you do seem like a highly observant and insightful fellow, I'm afraid you are quite wrong in that case. I'm not with the theater. Do I interrupt or say nothing? Interrupt? Okay, you get to... Fine, Retro, you tell me what to say. So what is it you do, stranger? Take another guess, Ernie. I think we ought to mind our own business. Sounds like he's patronizing you, Ernie. So you're going to tell us what it is that you do, stranger? I believe that a man ought to be entitled to a certain amount of privacy in his personal affairs. Quit pestering the man, Annie. His occupation is none of your concern. You working tonight, Pearl? I sure could use one of your evening specials. Sure, Ernie. You drop in at any time. It's not wear her out too much. I was still hoping to see some other patrons tonight. Interrupt or say nothing. Say nothing. Silence. Okay. Don't you worry, Bill. I'll keep her in one piece. Could you mind the bar for a while while we're down here, Josie? I need to check on the brewery. It better be an improvement on the last batch, Zeke. We got enough problems out your beer keeping folks away. Bill doesn't deserve your words, Dora. Well, you know, that's kind of the game, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. Well, okay, interrupt, all right? It all tastes the same to me. Zeke is the best at what he does. What was wrong with his last batch? You gonna pay Josie extra for working the bar? What are we picking? 3? What was wrong with the last batch? What was wrong with the last batch? What's wrong with it? Tastes like horse piss, that's what. Easy now. My beer may not be the best in town, but it ain't as bad as all that. You start talking back to me, Zeke, or you'll regret it. Would I? I might be older than you, Bill, but I can still handle myself. Just saying. Well, reckon I'll go see if my britches have dried out yet. Thanks again, Josie. You gonna be on your way home soon, Father? Not that I don't appreciate your little visit, but I reckon you might be driving away our regular customers. Interrupt or say nothing. Oh, interrupt? You should show more respect, Bill. The only thing driving away customers is the stench. I heard you've been visiting him a lot, Bill. You overstayed your welcome, preacher. What a 2, okay. 3, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what's it gonna be? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Oh, 2. Okay. With the stench. Oh my god. The customer's for this place is the stench. You shut your mouth. I ain't gonna sit here and listen to you disparage in this place. The crystals will put food on this table and clothes on your back. And you best remember that, else I'll have to remind you. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a nap. Good eating always makes you feel dead tired. No, we finished the first era, 1401. This is 1845 now. It's time to plan. Yeah, but it's not picked up during research. You need to find all Bill and settle the score once and for all. Okay. Save our game here. Or keep it, which you always keep locked at night. He said, Ernie saddlebags on the table here? Yes. Yes, we are quizzical. So the key inside closing it when you are done. Hey, make sure nobody's abiding in the room. You gotta grab one of the some good rag slipping underneath your coat. It's time to do the deed. Wait, is that him right there? Wait. What? That's not him, is it? Oh. Why does it always take so long? Oh no, the preacher's right there. Oh, he's in his room. Okay. That's good. The stranger's gone. Where's the stranger? Okay, here we go. History of Among Us. Choose the murder weapon. The rifle. We're gonna only have like 3 seconds to get out of here. Okay, better ready yourself with a rifle. Oh, Bill took you out a few times. Took you out a few times to shoot at old cans. This time you have a much easier target. Your first shot is true enough, and old Bill's chest explodes in a small fountain of blood. His whole body writhes from the shock of pain, and you fire off a second round to make him still and quiet. When you stop moving, you drop the heavy rifle on the floor of his room. There is no question that somebody must have heard those 2 shots. You need to get out of here. Fuck! Killer! There's a killer in the saloon, god damn it! No! Very much found him. I guess I should go act all surprised. I didn't make it in time! I thought this was my room! Oh no! Okay, we have no alibi whatsoever. Oh god. Alright, I finished searching the saloon. I aim to figure out exactly what happened here tonight, and I reckon one of you folks knows something about it. Seems there's only one face here I ain't never seen before. What's your name, stranger? If you must call me something, you can call me Gideon. We'll get thrown in the air like now. This game never cared about alibi. I'm really interested in you, Gideon. What's your business here in Willstown? All you need to know, Sheriff, is that I've never broken the law, and I'm not intent on doing so. Oh, that's all I need to know, is it? How long has this fellow been hanging around the saloon, Zeke? Let me think. I must have been turned up about an hour before supper. Ain't caused no trouble. Just been sat at a table over there playing cards all night. Anyone speak to him? I'm afraid to tell me to go take a hike. I just see Annie talking to him for a while. Is that right? I say I mentioned to you as well, Annie. Me? Yep. Word on the streets, you took Jenny across town to a hotel last night. Figure you and Bill must have had another little disagreement. Zeke, you must have been tending the bar last night. Did you hear anything? Sure, I heard Ray's voice upstairs. Annie's and Bill's. Ain't nothing unusual about that. What were you arguing about with him, Annie? About his drunkenness, about Jenny, about the business. We weren't arguing. Well, I mean, what do we pick, people? What do we pick and get hung for? About his drunkenness, okay. I finally worked with the nerve to confront old Bill about his drinking. It wasn't doing anybody any good. Well, it took a lot of courage, Annie. We all know what old Bill was like when he'd been at the whiskey. I reckon it must have taken a toll on you as well. Bill was a mean drunk, can't deny that. Alright then, you hear anything else, Zeke? Sure, next thing I heard was sort of big thumping sound from upstairs. I thought he fell onto the furniture. How do you explain that, Annie? Bill hit me. I stumbled onto something. Bill stumbled onto something. I don't know what he's talking about. 3? He was drunk. Oh no, do we? Okay, it's 2 for 3, 1 for 1. 3 for, all right. Bill stumbled on something. That was the noise Zeke heard. I'm guessing he'd been drinking that night? Bill drinks every night, more or less. I suppose it's entirely possible. Anyway, next thing I knew, Andy was bounding down those stairs like with little Jenny, and a pair of them ran out in the rain. That's all I know, Sheriff. Thanks, Zeke. You've been real helpful. In that case, I'm gonna need to know everything you said and did after you got here tonight, Annie. Anyone here speak to her before supper? Sure, I spoke to her all right. I told her I'd heard her and Bill have one of their scuffles last night, just like I told you as well, Sheriff. She didn't know exactly what I'd heard, so I told her it sounded like Bill had thumped her, and then she stormed out. As a favor, she asked me to... Oh, shit! Keep quiet about that. I guess she didn't want that getting around, Annie. It don't exactly look good now. We spoke about old Bill, too. I mentioned he'd been acting a bit strange lately. We already fucked up. You said you didn't miss his usual self. You said you've been acting sullen. I don't remember that. We're gonna die again! God. What do we pick? I don't know if it's gonna matter. 3? What did you... Wait, no! You guys picked this path! You guys picked this! God. Well, nobody else is saying a number. Our path died with your PC. God. Right, you say been acting sullen. Worried about the business or something. That's right. Sullen is the word. Sounds like Bill has had his share of worries lately. She asked about our new friend here. Said I was keeping an eye on him. Charming. You said he got into trouble at the Majestic? He said I should stay away from him. I don't remember that. Or yes, that's right. Dumb, I don't know, I just got here. See trouble in Majestic, number 2, okay. You mentioned you got in some trouble in the Majestic. That's right. Get black out of what Dan Cassidy's boys, I heard. Guess he's been asking him too many questions. Is that true, stranger? I will admit I have no tolerance for imbeciles. That does not make me a murderer. No, but it does make me wonder about the kind of man you are, though, given you're so ready to throw a punch. Then we got to talk about Ernie, and he asked me if I trust him. I think you can guess what I said. Don't know, Bill always trusted him, though. The two of them were like brothers. Right, that's the impression I always got. Finally, we spoke about Pearl. About how nobody really knows anything about her past. You said she killed a man in Springfield. Yes, that's right. You said she ran away from her husband, or I don't remember that. Okay, 3. Yeah, you fucked up. God damn it. We all just got here. Alright. You said she might have killed a man over in Springfield before she came here. Huh. Any truth to that, Pearl? Of course not, Sheriff. People in this town like to spread all sorts of rumors. I see. Reckon I ought to investigate it, just to be sure. That's about all we said to each other. And he came over to have a word with me when I was playing on the piano. I saw what she was doing, and she tried to tell me she was fine. I knew that was a lie. She said she was being truthful with me, poor woman. Maybe she was being truthful. She did tell us that Bill never hit her. She asked if I'd seen old Bill lately. Told her I didn't. I'd seen him at the church all the time. You said he'd been coming to confession a lot. It's a long con. Yes, that's right. You said he's a true believer. 3? I was saying that Bill had been coming to confession a lot lately. Is that so? Was there a lot weighing on his mind, preacher? I can't tell you when he came to confess, Sheriff. You know that. Well, I guess there must have been something troubling him in any case. She asked me about Zeke, too. Said he comes to church every week, but we don't get to speak as much as I'd like. Yes, that's right. You said he'd been having money trouble. You said he always gives generously, or I don't remember that. Alright, number 2. Has he been having money trouble lately? Hey now, I don't want nobody speculating about my financial affairs. I'm sure you don't, Zeke, but we're talking about your boss's murder here. This could be important information. We spoke about Josie. I said I would like to take her for some extra work at the church. That's right, he says no place for a girl like her. He said, oh, Bill lusted after her. I don't remember that. Yes, that's right. But no, yes, sir. 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, okay. This is no place for a girl like Josie. Can't argue with that. One thing, she asked about Pearl as well. I said I don't see her at church as much anymore. That's right, she said she used to come to confession a lot. You said she was accused of stealing. I don't remember that. 3, 1. Two for 1, okay. That sounds familiar. That's all I remember. As for the bartender I mentioned, she did come and speak with me. In fact, I mistook her for another prostitute and tried to turn her away. Heh, but she didn't like that. She was naturally offended by that assumption, so I swiftly apologized. She said it was an easy mistake. Right, no harm done. Anyway, that was the entirety of our very brief conversation. Annie did come to me, speak to me in the kitchen while I was making supper. Dad told me about a fight she got in with old Bill last night. I asked if she was okay. She brushed it off, said she's just a little bit bruised. I said I could understand why she hadn't left him already. Couldn't understand why. She said she only stays for Jenny's sake. Right, the things we do for our kids, eh? She asked me about Mr. Gideon. I said I just met him this morning and invited him to supper. It was very kind of you to do so. You were gambling with some young lads, you were showing off your shooting skills. I don't remember that. We're gonna hang for this. You're going to jail. You see, he's showing off his skills with a 6-shooter for some lads out front. Interesting. You're some kind of crack shot there, Gideon. I know how to shoot straight, Sheriff. I'll say that much. How about that? She asked what Father Augustine was doing in the saloon. I told her he was laundering some clothes out back for him. Right? He said his sermons can be frightening. He said he used to keep snakes as pets. I don't remember that. 2, 1, 2. Keep telling people about your abuse. Yeah, like we're just. You find a sermon scary sometimes. You're pretty again drinking and whoring, especially. Which kind of things old Bill used to get up to. He was an imperfect man in many ways, Sheriff. Sheriff, you would think so, given more than most. I'm fucking up all the accents. I can't remember who's what anymore. And he also wanted to know if Ernie had been giving me any trouble lately. I told her he hadn't. You said you weren't as tight. Yeah. We're trying to blame Ernie here. Okay, so we're gonna fuck it up completely now. Wow. 3 is the way to blame it on Ernie, and you guys are going 2. Yeah, I'm vetoing. I'm doing 3. Did you say you had a little crush on me? What's that now? Well, might have noticed him looking at you now and then. Yeah, the hot for Bill's girl, Ernie? Seems like dangerous business to me. Ain't no one's business, Sheriff. Besides, no way I'd ever act on it. So you say. Oh, she asked about Pearl, too. I said I hadn't seen her much all day. Right, you said you ever heard her arguing with Bill. You said old Bill had hit her. I don't remember that. You can't recover. 2. 3. 3. Let's do it. Old Bill had laid his hands on her. Which time? Any girl working for Bill knows how to take a punch. I guess probably true, sad to say. I think that's all we said. And here came a word from me in the back room. Old Bill had in mind to send me out to find her. Told her it was a shame she showed up. I could have used some excitement. She said she knew the real reason I enjoyed chasing her, but I wanted to get up under her skirt. And I said it wouldn't happen. She said I was scared of Bill. Told her I was just being loyal. You're a lot of bad things, Ernie, but you're loyal to Bill. I'll give you that. We spoke about Zeke for a while. Told her how he's a crack shot with a rifle. Only he's some kind of pacifist these days. A real shame. Could use those skills of his. Ain't a shame. I grown on my desire for violence, that's all. Only more men were like you, Zeke. Anyway, then we got to talk about our friendly preacher here. I'll tell her how they weren't shy getting involved with politics way back. He said he worked to help the Negroes. He worked to help them. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was against. I was like, oh god. What should we pick for this one? Yes, that's right. You said you used to distribute rifles. 3, 3, 3? Okay. Alright, you said you used to help distribute rifles to the new settlers. Is that true? Never thought you'd be one to endorse violence in any form, preacher. Only as a last resort, Sheriff, when other avenues have proved fruitless. Seems there's a lot I don't know about you. And he asked me about the stranger at the bar, too. Told her you weren't welcome around here if he was going to be stirring up trouble. Well, such was never my intention. She wanted to know whether he'd been asking about Bill. As far as I know, he's shown no interest in him. That could be important. What else is there? Right. We spoke a little about Josie, too. I heard her and Zeke have been having a hard time of it lately. She's always grateful what Bill gave her, though. Never went to him and demanded a raise or anything like that. He was a good man. Anyway, that must have been all she shed. She shed. She did come upstairs to speak to me before supper. I was surprised to see her. Figured she might have left town for good this time. Told her that maybe she should have. She didn't want to argue, though. She just wanted to play nice. I was just in a bad mood because that son of a bitch over there turned me away. I just remember what it was like being a working girl. She said she did. That's right. And you used to be a working girl for old Bill. Almost forgot that. You ever think about taking revenge for all the things Bill made you do, Annie? I didn't mind being a working girl. It wasn't Bill's fault. Sure, I thought about it. I ain't answering that. Oh no, we a hoe. It wasn't so bad, Sheriff. Find that hard to believe, a girl like you. I can say for sure she never enjoyed it, Sheriff. We spoke intimately about Bill as well. Ah, well, we fucked up. That's right, you told me you'd been sleeping together. You said he'd been having nightmares lately. I love how you guys are actually actively trying to get me to turn myself in. It's hilarious. Two for two, 2 for 3. Who's gonna be the tiebreaker? You already did. You've been having nightmares lately. Oh, what sort of nightmares? Not sure exactly. You wake up hollering something about snakes. Sometimes he said the devil was coming for him. He was more troubled soul than I realized. She asked about Zeke, too. Told her we hadn't had a tumble in more than a year. Would that I could, Pearl. Oh, no! In front of your daughter, sir! Yes, that's right. He said he turned a girl away recently. He said Bill had been angry with him. I don't remember that. God. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We're so dead. He turned away from someone you wanted to work. Sure, she turned up looking for work. He said she was too young. Put her right back out on the street. I don't regret that. We gotta draw the line somewhere. Right about that, Zeke. We spoke about the preacher as well. I said I was surprised to see him here at the saloon. That's right. You said he came in drunk one night. You said he listened to nobody but God. I don't remember that. We're gonna hang. We're gonna hang. 3, 2, 1. Okay. What's it gonna be? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 2. All right. Peach. You say he was banned from the saloon right after he burst in drunk one night. Yes, almost forgot about that. Preacher had obviously had too much whiskey. He's hollering about how we were all gonna burn in hell. Whoa, that sure don't sound like you, Preacher. Truth is, I don't remember it, Sheriff. All I remember is the hangover I had the next morning. I see. Finally, she asked about Ernie. I said I get visits from him now and then. She's wondering if he ever treated me rough. Told her the truth, that he never did. Of course not. I'm the perfect gentleman, ain't I? I don't remember anything else about it. How about Bill, ain't he? You speak to him before supper? Did we speak to Bill before supper? Okay, 2 for yes, 1 for no. Alright, yes. Sure I did. Right, and what was the main thing you two spoke about? Bill proposed to me. Spoke about our daughter. We spoke about the business. I don't remember. Oh, Bill proposed. Bill said it's about time we got married. Oh my. Dang, sure picked his moment. What'd you tell him? I told him yes. I said I needed time to think. I told him I wouldn't marry him. I'd rather not say. Okay, 2 for 2, 1 for 1. 1 for 3. God, you guys really. Okay, so 1, okay. I told him I'd marry him. So these two get engaged, he's dead within an hour? That seemed fishy to you, Sheriff? It does, Ernie, but it doesn't prove anything. Alright, I want to hear what happened during Bill's last meal. Could be important. Did you cook, Josie? I did, Sheriff. Bill said he enjoyed the meal, and I remember getting complimented me on it as well. It was, indeed, a very fine supper. A couple of us tried to ask him what the hell he was doing in town. He wouldn't say. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? What happened then? Next thing was that Ernie told me he might come and pay me a visit. That's right. Bill told me I best not wear you out for the other customers. Anything else? Last I remember, I asked Josie to mind the bar for the evening. I had to go check on the new batch of beer. Bill said it better be an improvement on the last batch. Right. Didn't he say it tastes like horse piss? It doesn't. My beer ain't the best, but... Sounds like a touchy subject for you, Zeke. Did you and Bill fight about it? Well, we might have said a few words. I see. He also told me that I'd best be on my way, as I recall. Seems he thought I might be scaring off his regulars. And he said that if anything was driving folks away, it was the stench of this place. Bill didn't like that. I'm sure he didn't. Probably made him angry, I imagine. Fuck. Alright then. So he was unlucky enough to discover old Bill's corpse. I found him. I was enjoying Pearl's company in the Scarlet Room when I heard a noise. Raised the alarm as quick as I could. Guess it gives both of us an alibi, huh? Not necessarily. Were you and Pearl together the whole time after supper? Well, no, I went to take a leak. I guess we fell asleep after, too. Then you're both suspects just like everyone else here. Besides, one of you might have been the accomplice to the other. So where were the rest of you folks when you heard Ernie hollering? I was down the bar. Gave me quite a scare. I was out back. We can find bridges to dry out on the washing line. Indeed, I just finished making use of the outdoor facilities. And I was in the brewery checking on the latest batch of beer. How about you, Annie? Where were you? Upstairs. The Scarlet Room, Pearl's room, my room. I'm gonna say my room because nobody can actually say. Hello, hi, how you doing? Welcome back. 4, my room, okay. I was in my bedroom, right next door to the building, huh? Put you mighty close to the scene of the murder, Annie. I also know it was what it was that put old Bill in the ground. Was a rifle part of your collection, Ernie? Hey, well, like Bill's collection, I'll just borrow them from time to time. Besides, I ain't the only crack shot with a rifle around here. Hey, Zeke. Been a while since I shot one of those things. Not something you really forget, though, is it? As I said, I've finished searching the whole saloon already. Bill has a whole lot of business papers and such upstairs that I hadn't had a chance to read yet. I'll get to them later. Those be your saddlebags in the back room, Ernie? Yep, what of it? This little key caught my interest, so I decided to try it on some of the locks around here. Turns out it opens Annie's room. Now, why would you have a key to Annie's bedroom, Ernie? I'm sure as heck didn't put it there. Someone must have planned that thing. Oh! We might as well admit I love Ernie. I have no idea how it got there. Falcon, why? Ugh, Falcon has some strong guilt. I might as well just admit it, Ernie. We've been seeing each other behind old Bill's back. What? Hold on now. That's real interesting. I'm guessing old Bill wouldn't have been too happy with you if you found out, Ernie. Is that why you wanted to get rid of him? Over a woman? She's lying, Sheriff. Or she's telling the truth. In which case, I know she probably wasn't involved in the murder. But you might have been. I didn't find anything else that caught my attention anyway. Right, now I gotta search all of you. Come on now, is this really necessary? Afraid so. Best we get this over with. Should have fucked him. You first, Father Augustine. Last but not least, Annie. Don't be getting too handsy there, Sheriff. Relax, all in the line of duty. Alright, I'm done with you. I reckon I've heard enough to come to a decision here. I have my doubts about you, stranger, but I don't think you were involved in this. Wonderful. You got a lot of questions to answer, Annie. It ain't looking good for you. I don't reckon it had anything to do with Pearl's death, Pearl, no matter what anyone says. Seems to me you were fond of him. There been some questions raised about you, Zeke, but I don't reckon you're the sort of man who would kill his boss. Fuck! We fucked up! You're Bill's right-hand man, or you may be a killer, but I don't reckon you would have killed him. You're the last person upon I would have suspected, Preacher. Seems I got some more questions for you, though. Possibly might have taken his own life. Hard to say either way. So here's what I'm gonna do now. You're free to go, stranger. Best not hear of you causing any more trouble around town. No doubt we fucked up. I did not make these choices. Don't worry, Sheriff. After this experience, I intend to leave Willostown as soon as possible. As for you, Annie, I'm afraid you're gonna have to be sleeping in jail tonight. You have to come with me and answer a few more questions, Preacher. Of course, Sheriff. Whatever I can do to help. The rest is free to go. I might be deciding that old Bill to his own life. We'll see. Everything I'm not voting enough to think will help Falcon. Well, Annie Bruce, here we are. You got the wrong woman, Sheriff. Swear that all you like. I got no other suspects, and my gut tells me you're the one who did this to Bill. Can't say I blame you. Everyone know he had it coming. You let me go then? Sorry, Annie. Justice must be served. Figures. There's someone here to see you. Ma! Jenny. Guess I'll give you two a few minutes together. I'll be taking Jenny over to Zeke's place. But last time you see her for a while, Annie, you best make it count. The music. Ma! I'm so sorry, Jenny. This is all my fault. What are they gonna do to you? There's been talk of hanging. I don't know. Please, old Bill's way to get back at me one last time. That's loud. He can't hurt you anymore. No, Ma, he can't hurt me. Just break out. Lol. Wow, you guys are terrible at this. That was 1845. Curl out of that window. Okay, what part of you guys are making these choices is not getting through? Gah! Yeah, I tried Dora. Oh, Lord Almighty. The choice I made is Denial Retro. The other one is 1895, A Crimson Garland. Oh god, are we Jenny? Are we Jenny Bruce? So those people, I know, and other people are like trying to turn themselves in at every chance. Hey, Zerk, how you doing? Wow. This is true, I am allowing you guys to make the choice, so I do have a hand in this, I guess. Oh, mercy. Hilarious. Alright, here we go. A Crimson Garland. Oh, excuse me, for the Deed Dynasty. Alright, let's see what we got here. St. Andrew's Church, Scotland, February 2nd in the year 1895. Tom. Ah, poor Oscar. Your husband always was such a sickly fellow. It is a great shame for a man to die so young. Alas, there was nothing that could be done. There's something that could have been done, Thomas. Oh, and what was that? You received my letter, I assume. Did I not beg for you to send money? Money for what? Medicine? Do you think any amount of money could have cured your husband of his illness? I highly doubt it. It was not for you to determine. Now we will never know. The money could have made his final weeks more comfortable, at least. You always were a soft, delicate thing, sister. Death is never comfortable. Nevertheless, the money is mine by right. You should have sent it. Careful now, Margaret. All the money you have made from the novels that I wrote, it should be mine. Perhaps you have forgotten your many failed attempts to have those stories published under your own name. Nobody would even read Murder Mystery that was written by a woman. Were it not for me, those books would never have seen the light of day. Besides, I've always given you a fair share, have I not? A pittance, barely enough to live on. Well, it was your husband's responsibility to provide for you. Now that you're a widow, rest assured I will duly increase your allowance. How very generous of you, brother. There's no need to be petulant. If you're going to be that way, I shall take my leave of you. When you've calmed your nerves, perhaps you will come along to visit at Dunshall House. The family would love to see you. Mother is not herself. Her condition gets worse each day, and I might do her good to see your face. I'm sorry for your loss, Margaret. Please believe that. Okay, yeah, I will do this one myself then. We'll see if I can actually get away with crime. Oscar, my sweet, loving Oscar. Winter was always hard for you, ever since you were a child. I know, you could never stand the cold. This is the most unforgiving winter we've ever known. And guess what? If not for my brother's selfishness, I know you would still be here with me. He might as well have killed you by his own hand. No, don't do that, don't do that. Turn it off. Unless somebody redeems it. I think I shall accept my brother's invitation. It has been far too long since I last returned home to Dunshall House. Besides, I must attend to some unfinished business. Rest well, sweet husband. Don't worry, I will... This one, I'm doing all the choices myself. I gotta see if I can do this. Coward. Oh, time to take a drink. Dunshall House, 2 weeks later. One story ends and another begins. Such is the way of things. I'm sorry my husband's time on Earth may have ended prematurely, but there's still certain loose threads to be cut away. As for you, Thomas, the sordid tale of your wasteful life might also be drawing to a close. All we'll take is a fitting weapon, a damning piece of evidence, and a small helping of inspiration. For tonight, brother, I'll write another of my little murder mysteries, and you will play the victim. You should explore the house, converse with the president, and collect 2 useful items. Okay, yes, we know that much. Okay, I gotta save more often in case my computer crashes. And I shouldn't, but I mean... Please do come in. It's such a pleasure to finally meet you, Miss Bruce. Mrs. Bruce. Bruce is my maiden name. I am Mrs. Margaret Percy. Of course, how silly of me. I am Ethel, your mother's nurse. I also do much of the cleaning and cooking at the moment, so please let me know if you require anything. Your families told me about your loss. I am so sorry about your husband. I'm sure that your parents will be glad to see you. Your mother rarely leaves her bed these days, but you'll find your father in the parlor. Such a shame that you could not attend the funeral. They could not attend the funeral. Only their health is so frail and the frost is so terrible this year. Okay, my family never approved of my marriage. I'm sure they would have come if they could. At least my brother Thomas attended. Do not speak about my husband. Okay, yes, at least my brother Thomas attended. At least my brother Thomas was able to attend. Yes, I spoke to him after he returned from the funeral. He said he was in a terrible mood. I suppose he and your husband must have been close. We've eaten dinner already, but I can prepare something for you if you're hungry. Your brother Thomas has arranged some entertainment for the evening. Lady Lenora will be reading his fortune. Lady Lenora? Oh yes, she's a highly esteemed psychic, very popular in your brother's circles, I hear. You'll find her in the drawing room. Thomas still believes in that nonsense then. This ought to be entertaining. What is she like? I'm sure she is highly expensive as well. Entertaining. Ought to be rather entertaining. Yes, I hope so. It's not my sort of thing, but will be interesting to observe. Your younger brother Michael and his wife Nellie are visiting as well, with their newborn son. I don't believe you've seen your nephew yet. Such a lovely little babe in arms. I've been looking forward to seeing him. Sadly, they have not brought me to visit him. I suppose I shall not have a child of my own now. I don't much like babies. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I must play super nice with everyone. Deflect. That's the name of the game. So I'm looking forward to meeting the little one. I'm sure you have. He's quite adorable. Anyway, I better finish washing the dishes. I'll be in the pantry if you need anything. The small white cat seems to be a new addition to the family. Perhaps we'll finally deal with the mouse problem for which this house has long suffered. One of your father's most treasured possessions, a dueling pistol owned by one of your illustrious ancestors. Years ago, you learned that your father likes to keep the pistol loaded in case of burglars, after your brothers were severely scolded for playing with it. The pistol is small enough to conceal beneath your dress. If you take the pistol, okay, leave the pistol. So a pistol is an option. Neither the lamp nor the bottle of gin on the side will be of much use to you.
Margaret, it's good to see you.
Hello, Father. How are you?
How am I? Where to begin? My wife is slowly going insane. My eldest son, Thomas, wastes both his time and his money on carnival performers. And to make matters worse, now I have to contend with a spineless crybaby Michael and his brainless ninny of a wife.
Yes, it must be hard for you. Mother is the one suffering misfortune. Have you no affection for your children? You only think... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna side with Papa. I'm sorry, Father. I shouldn't have asked.
Yes, well, you always were the good one. Now that you're here, Margaret, I must offer my condolences for the loss of your husband. Oscar was not a bad fellow, I suppose.
He was a good man. He certainly had his fault. Arthur's death could have been avoided. Now, I'm not saying that because that puts blame on me, so I'll just agree. He was a good man. Yes, Oscar was a good man.
He would have attended the funeral if it were possible. With my health and your mother's condition, it did not seem judicious.
I understand. I do so wish you could have been there. I'm sure you could have attended if you tried. I wouldn't have wanted you there. Spare me, Father. Oh, shit. I picked the wrong choice. Fuck. I thought that meant they would have been there if they could have. Shit. That one, I honestly made an honest mistake in reading that. So I'm just gonna... Because I'm trying to be on everyone's good side. That was a pure... Whoops. And if you... I said it wrong, too. Well, joke's on you. I didn't save. I think it's tradition now that I have to at least restart these games at least once. Okay, I'm sure they would have come if they could. At least my brother Thomas attended. Okay, that's what we wanted to do. Thomas still believes this ought to be entertaining. I've been looking forward to seeing him. Hard for you. He was a good man. See, I said I'm sure you would have attended if you could have attended. Yeah, I misread that. I did so wish you could have been there. That's the one I want. Oh, there we go. It would have meant a lot to me if you had been there.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Instead, we should begin to think about the future. We're still relatively young, after all. So, what else do you want?
Choose a subject. Let's talk about Mom. Have you met Lady Lenora?
I saw her in the foyer. That witch can stay away from me. I recognize the symbol on... Oh, that's not Mom. She associated with the Order of the Sacred Quest.
That sounds like one of your Freemason lodges.
Pah! Hardly. No lodge will ever admit a woman. That silly little group of theirs can keep their filthy practices to themselves.
Filthy practices? What filthy practices would those be?
Oh, there are plenty of rumors. Once you start allowing women to attend mystical gatherings, you never know what can happen. Orgies, blood magic, you name it.
Okay, mother. How is mother?
Why don't you go and see for yourself, rather than bothering your father about it?
Fine. I'll see you later, father.
Yes, I suppose you will.
Okay, so we have Dad's gun is an option. Fittingly enough, this grandfather clock is said to have been purchased by your grandfather, Benjamin Bruce. The letter on the stand is addressed to your brother Thomas. Apparently he didn't get around to opening it yet. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you carefully open the envelope without ripping it. Inside there's a letter penned in elegant cursive handwriting. My dear Thomas, last night I finished reading The Crimson Garland for 193rd time. Your perfect prose still fills me with such desires I have never known. You have such a talent for writing good murder. I often find myself fantasizing about such things. What weapon would I use? How would I assure the authorities of my innocence? Though we have never met, I can sense that we are kindred spirits. Perhaps we shall be together. Perhaps we shall be together someday soon. Sincerely, an admirer. If you take the letter, you still carry one more. Okay, leave the fan letter. Okay. You step inside the library and see your brother Thomas idly leaping through the books on the shelves, completely oblivious that what you have in store for him. As a child, you devoured every book you could get your hands on. There are very few in this library which you have not read. Okay, get water, yes. Your 5-time door. Oh, guess. What's this book? The folder in the small writing desk is marked Property Valuation File, which makes you rather curious. When your brother's not looking, you take a quick peek inside. It seems that Thomas has had Dunshell House valued recently. Father would be furious if he sold the estate, so it's more likely he's trying to use it as collateral for a loan. This might be a useful piece of evidence. If you take this property valuation file, you can still carry... Okay. So there's that, okay. Someone has been reading today's newspaper. The headlines are all about this difficult winter. Your husband's death was not unique. Thousands of others have died from hypothermia or pneumonia. Many more families have lost their livelihoods and are unable to feed their families. You wonder how much of this suffering could be avoided if all the selfish, uncaring people like your brother were removed from this earth. Topical.
Well, you came.
You sound surprised, Thomas.
You seem rather upset at me at the funeral. Perhaps you've come to your senses now?
You'll pay for what you did. Yes, you were right. I suppose it was wrong of me to expect you to send money.
Yes, I'm glad you see that now. We put all that unpleasantness behind us. I see you're still in mourning. Is it about time you took off that depressing veil? You aren't getting any younger, you know. I suppose there's still time for you to remarry. You must think about your future.
Perhaps I'm not ready yet. Oh, I'm thinking about the future, all right. I'm thinking about the future. Believe me.
Good. We must all soldier on, mustn't we? Have you ever seen Mother yet? I'm afraid her condition has not improved much. Many of the Bruce women have gone mad, you know. It's like some kind of curse. You're lucky to have escaped it thus far. If it were up to me, she would be committed. That would snap her out of it soon enough.
It would probably be for the best. Surely things aren't that far gone. I don't know. She is our mother. She is our mother, and she should stay at home.
Why cannot be too sentimental? I certainly think it would do her some good. Anyway, she gets settled in. There'll be some entertainment later. I've hired a lady to read about my fortune. It's rather exciting. Who knows what might be revealed? Michael and Nellie have taken the guest room. I trust one of the basement rooms will suffice for your needs.
Okay.
Who clearly needs to die.
Your parents' bedroom has now a peculiar scent to it that you didn't notice the last time you were here. It smells of old age and death. Your mother's collection of dreary romance novels is of very little interest to you. On the top of the bookshelf, however, sits a small mirror and a pair of very sharp scissors. You can't think of any use for the mirror, but these scissors look potentially deadly. The scissors are small enough to... Okay, so nope, leave the scissors. Oh. Just on your father's desk. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. Just in case things go awry. Old habits die hard. Your father has always kept a bottle of gin at the side of his bed.
Is that you, Ethel?
It's me, Mother. Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, you look lovely. It was a lovely service, wasn't it? I'm so glad I could attend.
A service?
There are lots of people here, aren't there? Your dear husband had so many friends.
Yes, he did have many friends. Yes, Mother. Oscar was very popular.
Yes, I always liked him. Never mind all that silliness over your engagement. But to just forget about it. Best just forget about him.
Was there something else, dear? Choose subject. Father. How's father been lately? Charles, he's... Oh, Charles, leave it alone, would you? Just leave it be. I never meant to harm you. You must understand that. What are you talking about? What did father do? Mother, what are you talking about? What did father do? He strangled the poor thing. It only nipped him a little. They swore we'd never keep dogs in this house ever again. Poor little creature. Is Nurse Ethel treating you well, Mother? Nurse Ethel, I would like a spot of tea, dear, thank you. Okay, she get some rest, Mother. Yes, rest. Who should I blame it on? Your old bedroom seems to have been claimed by your brother Michael and his wife for their visit. There she is now, fawning over her infant son in his pram. It looks like your brother and his wife has not got around to the lungs yet. Enjoy the comfort of this grand bed tonight. Your sister-in-law Nellie is too busy cooing at her infant son to notice you admiring her hat. Specifically, a pair of decorated 12-inch hat pins have caught your attention. In one of your murder stories, a young woman stabbed her lover to death with a hat pin when she discovered that he had a wife. You've always wondered if it was really possible. Okay, I'll leave the hat pin. I'm getting an idea of how to do this. So your brother and his wife are not going to write unpacking their belongings yet. Margaret, is that you? Good evening, Nellie. It's been so long since I last saw you that I barely recognized your face. It's such a lovely morning dress, you poor thing. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for your concern. But of course I'm concerned. We are nearly sisters, aren't we? And here's your nephew, little Malcolm. Baby noise. Beautiful boy, isn't he? Yes, he is. He doesn't look very much like Michael. Margaret, what's the thing to say? Well, it's true. Even so, you shouldn't... Oh, never mind. I'm sure I didn't mean anything by it. I'm trying to be more forgiving lately, not to fall out over silly little things. Being a mother has made me realize a lot of things. Mostly that what is truly important are the people closest to you. We'll play it next time. We won't have enough time tonight. I really one thing for little Malcolm, Margaret. I guess to understand the importance of family. Family is the most important thing. Aye, Daddy, well, considering this family, it's a need. Yeah, fair. Yes, that would be a very good lesson for him to learn. Good, I'm so glad you agree. Something else in your mind, Margaret? How's your husband? Michael is as well as can be expected, what with the new baby and the pressures of life. What pressures of life? You say? Well, I suppose I could tell you. He lost his job at the bank. Business has been terrible for everyone thanks to this awful winter we've been having. Our savings should see us through, but one cannot help but worry sometimes. Have you spoken with my brother Thomas much lately? Sadly, no. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up with him later this evening. Have you been to see my mother? Yes, that poor woman. I'm afraid she must have took me for someone else, however. I did think her condition has improved since the last time I saw her. Small blessings. Who did she mistake you for? Oh, just some childhood friend of hers. She wanted to chat with me all about the handsome men in the town where she grew up. At least I suppose they used to be handsome, in the way she remembers them. It was nice to see her smiling. I should be going. See you soon. I'm starting to formulate kind of a plan here. I gotta think it through. Thomas's bedroom doesn't seem to have changed much since the last time you were here. He seems determined to wait for your parents to die rather than find a house of his own. Here reads Thurston, the Great Magician, the wonder show of the universe. Thomas really does believe that there is truth behind all this smoke and mirrors. The leather-bound folder contains a collection of Thomas's correspondence, much of which is exceedingly dull. Scattered among the fan letters and notes from his old school friends, you find quite a number of rejections from various publishing houses. Despite the success of your works published under his name, Thomas seems to have been struggling to get any of his own work published. You wonder if you might take the rejection letters out of the folder and group them all together. That could certainly tell a rather one-sided story of your brother's situation. Okay. Along with brother Florence, it's a leather riding crop. Right, this crop has been ornately marked with his initials. Right. Okay. So I'm getting a couple of different ideas here. Let me talk to the brother. Whoops, wrong way. I want to go downstairs. Actually, no, we'll talk to the nurse first. The meat cleaver sits unattended on the kitchen counter. Surely this must be one of the most deadly implements in the house. Take the meat cleaver, you still carry more items present. Leave the meat cleaver. Items. Churning anything. The plates and pots and pans have been scrubbed clean. Oh, Miss Percy, is there something you need? How's my brother Thomas been lately? Thomas, he mostly keeps to himself when he's here. Most evenings he isn't around. Apart from that, I don't know what to say. You seem reluctant to talk about him. So you don't want to talk about him. Oh, I don't mean to be rude. It's just that I'm not used to receiving attention from men. It's flattering, of course, but it just makes me feel so awkward. Ah, my brother's taking a liking to you, then. Yes, it seemed that way. I mean, I suppose he's charming enough, but... please, let's talk about something else. Have you met my sister-in-law, Nellie? We spoke, but not at any great length. That little nephew of yours, though, how adorable is he? How well do you know my younger brother, Michael? Not very well. Like yourself, he doesn't visit Dunshill House all that often. You're welcome. Okay, who's this? I sense that you are a woman on a mission. There's something that needs to be done, and you intend to do it. And what is my mission? And what mission would that be? That part is unclear, but there are many paths which you might follow to achieve your goal. Oh, how terribly rude of me to neglect the proper deductions. Who might you be? I am Margaret Percy, and you are? They call me Lady Lenora, the prophetess, the living oracle for the discerning lady or gentleman of leisure. Do you consider discerning? What a ridiculous title. Nice to make your acquaintance. Likewise, I always like to make new friends or potential clients. In case you're a brother, he's hired me for a single tarot reading. The mysteries of the tarot can provide a person with revelations about things that are, things that have been, and things that are yet to come. I can already sense you are skeptical. Perhaps by the end of this evening, you will have changed your mind. You might be right. We'll see. Anything is possible. Indeed, although some things may be written in stars or in the cards. I must set up myself before the reading. So the lady has left her purse here. She might notice if you start going through it, though. You raise an eyebrow as you look at the piece of writing on the desk here. Some weeks ago, while your husband was dying, you wrote to Thomas begging for him to send money. Apparently, Thomas has started writing a reply, but never even bothered to send it. The note reads, listen. Sorry as I am about your situation. I am your brother and not a bank. Stand on your own feet. I shall not be sending you any money. The letter doesn't actually seem to mention your name anywhere. This might be a useful piece of evidence. If you take the letter, okay. Let's see what nails and hammer is used during this. Oh, hammer. Okay, leave the hammer. Says barrel. Oh, God, once your eyes. Well. Drinking alone again, Michael.
If there's a better way to drink, I haven't found it yet. How are you, sister?
I'm fine, all things considered. Good, well.
Really? I'm surprised. I'm terribly sorry about Oscar. You know, I always liked him. I'd like to have come to the funeral, but you know how things are with a new child. What am I saying?
Oscar and I, we would have so loved to have a child.
I'm sure. Me and my big mouth. You know, I've never been any good at saying the right thing at times like these. What do you want to talk about?
So how's Thomas been lately?
What did you ask? He's been up to some interesting things around town.
You've been snooping again, haven't you, Michael?
Not at all. I just happened to go for a leisurely stroll into town this afternoon. I just happened to speak to the pastor and the baker.
What did the pastor say? What did the baker say? Let's see the baker. All right, tell me what the baker said.
Thomas had ordered a special birthday cake. Only, as you know, nobody in our family has a birthday coming up.
No, but something tells me you know who does.
A little bird tells me the cake is meant for Mother's new nurse. See if Thomas is sweet on her, eh?
Yes, so it would seem. That's probably the wrong choice, damn it. How's your wife?
She's had a rough month or so since the baby was born, which hasn't helped much. Still, I suppose there are many less fortunate than ourselves.
Why has this month been rough? That's meant to be the hard part. Why has this month been so difficult? I was just trying to think. Having a baby was all she ever wanted, yet when the child came, and at first she wanted to have nothing to do with him. Some days she would cry for hours. It's gone, she would say. When I asked her what it was, what she meant, she replied, it's me. I'm gone. She's several weeks for showing in to warm to the child. Now she's just as a mother should be. I hope it remains that way, truly. His father been lately? You know him. He's the same as always. Why don't I be down here drinking? Oh, no. Into your drinking. Wonderful. You stay focused, okay. Long ornate corkscrews. This behind an open bottle of wine. Daily to you. Okay, that seems like something a drunk would use. The chemistry do being used to you. A half-used bottle of rat poison containing the active ingredient arsenic has been discarded down here. Apparently, the new cat has been doing its job. The bottle of poison is small because ooh. Leave the arsenic. How would I even poison him though? That's the thing. Oh, damn it. I don't think you're not surprised to see that Thomas has apparently dumped a lot of your early writing and poetry down here. Most of them are rather morbid. Among them is a poem which he wrote 8 years ago after reading an American journalist's harrowing expose on the treatment of women in lunatic asylums. And what still remains? Nothing but vanity. I cast off these chains and embrace my insanity. In hell you will wish you had never been born, but it hath no fury like this woman you scorn. Some verses describing the bloody vengeance of the woman intends to take upon those who have labeled her insane. Ooh, ooh. Okay. A Tale of Murder by Thomas Bruce. Always hated seeing your brother's name attached to your finest piece of work. Who should we frame? I'm thinking the sister-in-law. Because they can make it seem like she had a tryst with Thomas. The baby came out looking like Thomas. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for that. I'm going for it. I can do it. For peace and quiet. Just save real quick. Okay, we're doing it. I'm doing it. Or I could try to frame the brother, but how is the question? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go for the brother. Spare Michael? Well, it's my run. I can take nothing from anybody. I am going to... Okay, corkscrew and the letter. No, that's fine. No, that's fine, Dora. I just, this one I'm trying to do myself. See, because I blamed the last one that we lost, I blamed on chat. So I'm trying to do it myself to make sure that I get it right. The chimes come from the tower reading. I sound the chimes and summon everyone to the dining room. He won't. For us to begin, the first card reveals something significant about your past. It could be your recent past or something distant, almost forgotten. Yes, Cloud? Nichols. Ah, the lovers. How about that? Have you already out on us, brother? Got any secret filly hidden away? Hi, the anything else the choice you've made, or perhaps a little of both. I wonder. I suppose go refer to something about mother and father. Fuck. I fucked up. Yep, we're not safe, Skillman, but I fucked up. Because this is, I didn't know that this is gonna happen, and this is perfect. I could have set up Nelly easy with this. It's free use music, yes. The choice regarding mother? It's choice people like their mother and father. Is there a choice you made about our mother, Thomas? Well, not much of a choice, really. We all know where she should be better off in an institution. Not all of us believe that, Thomas, and good luck convincing father to agree with it. You would say that, Michael, you little mother's boy. Good reading. The present is the fool. Ha! How very appropriate. Look at it. Fools often interpreted in a more positive light, because they signify a new beginning or imminent prosperity. This means that you are failing to see some dangers right in front of you. Here we go. Here it looks like Michael. You're right in front of him, Lenore. I say the fool looks more like you, Michael. He has your eyes.
Ha, yes, he always played the fool. Careful there, Thomas. Lenore also mentioned something about imminent danger. Please, Michael, as if anyone could ever be afraid of you.
The third fundamental, which represents your future.
Better not be death, I'll tell you that much.
Final card is justice.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
It isn't. It simply represents fairness and balance. The notion that all should receive what they deserve.
Is that so? Perhaps which means I shall finally get another novel published, eh, Margaret?
Yes, that could be it. Spitter, you might be right. I hope your cards have been revelatory. Thank you so much, Lady Laura. I've never seen anything quite like that before.
Well, that was exhausting. I could use some wine. I second that motion.
Okay, I can still bring this together. I can still do this. Time's gonna be, this mechanic, so I'm glad to see how unfortunate. Okay, so save the game. Here we go. Whoops, wrong area. I have no idea where my brother is. Probably in his room, but okay. So first item, letter from Thomas. No reason to listen. Yes. Michael is my target to frame. Yes. While little Malcolm sleeps in his pram and quietly slip the letter inside his parents' suitcase, where it should hopefully be discovered. Okay, now where's my brother? It was one I found that said basically, I'm your brother, not a bank. Don't ask me for money. And Michael had just recently lost his job, and I found that out by talking to his wife. So... Oh wait, is that... That's not him, is it? If that's him, then perfect, because then I could run... Oh, Michael.
Don't tell me trying to go swine in a moment. He's just gone down to the cellar. You're going to join us, of course.
Okay, so I got the corkscrew, which was near Michael because he's a lush. I keep holding the shift button and skipping things. God damn it. Oh well, I was probably just talking about how he's there waiting. Here we go. You sneak up behind your brother unheard, wielding the sharp corkscrew in one hand. The time has come to make him pay. Great. It was loud. The corkscrew is sharp enough to pierce clean through his waistcoat and shirt and into his soft flesh beneath. Thomas screams in pain as you proceed to stab him several times. You keep jabbing him with the corkscrew until he finally drops to the floor, bleeding heavily. His screams will have attracted attentions. It's time to get far away from the cellar. Fuck. Well, I got 6 seconds. That's good. What was that? Oh, sure. I suppose you ought to go find out. I was just upstairs with my sister-in-law. Oh, Michael, it's all so terrible.
I know, my darling, but don't you worry. The police will be here. They'll soon find and arrest the ruffian who broke in and killed my brother. Oh, someone broke in, did they? It's a good thing we have an accomplished detective such as yourself in the family. Of course someone broke in, Father. What else could have happened? Thomas may have been my son and heir, but he was also a pompous little idiot.
Please don't.
There are many people who thought little of him, and some of them were right here in this room. No, I won't accept that.
One ought not speak ill of the dead.
I'll speak however I please about my own son, you tarty little... All right, my men just finished the search of the house, and if there's any evidence that points towards what happened here, we'll find it. I need to speak to everyone who's present at the time of the murder. If my wife, you can also speak into the door now, Inspector. Yes, I do mean everyone. Lady Lenore, I'd like to speak to you first of all.
Yes, Inspector. Here we go. Let's see if we can do this shit. Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Miss Percy. I understand this must be an emotional time, but it's best to take witness statements while they are fresh in the memory.
Of course, Inspector.
I apologize for this advance, but I'm afraid that the first thing I need to do is search your person. Mr. Chair, my hands will not linger anywhere they shouldn't. Now then, please have a seat, Miss Percy.
It's 1898, I believe. Before we begin, I'd like to ask a few questions, if I may. I saw here what happened to your lost husband recently. I see from your attire you're still in mourning. How do I say you've been coping with his passing? I'm sure I'll be fine eventually. I'm not lying, say it hasn't been difficult. However, I'm sure I will recover. Yes, you'll be all right in the end, I'm sure. According to my notes, your brother Michael also inquired about your well-being when you spoke to him earlier this evening. He told me you felt you were doing quite well under the circumstances. That seems quite consistent with what you've just told me. To lose both the husband and your brother so quickly must be quite a shock for you. I hope at least that the rest of your family will support you through these difficult times. This is Scotland, actually. We're in Scotland right here. Would you say your family is quite important to you? The last one was in Kansas. I'm gonna say yes, they are very important. Yes, my family is very precious to me. I see, thank you. President Thomas was the only other family member to attend your husband's funeral. Your parents were unable to attend. Yes, that's correct. Tell me about your conversation with her. Nurse Ethel made an observation about Thomas's behavior after the funeral. She said he seemed to be in particularly bad mood when he returned. It makes me wonder what might have happened there. You spoke to your father this evening. You said that you wish you could have been at the funeral. I assume you have forgiven them for not being in attendance. Now I need to go over some of my notes with you. Looking for specifically are any clues or inconsistencies. I want to form a picture of the events surrounding your brother's death. When you arrived at the house, Nurse Ethel introduced herself and told you about the planned entertainment for the evening. She said you seemed rather looking forward to the performance by Lady Lenora. She then informed you that your brother Michael and his wife were visiting with their infant son. You told her you were looking forward to meeting your new nephew for the first time. Then she saw you again in the pantry later in the evening. She confided in you that Thomas had been showing some interest in her and that she didn't necessarily mind his attentions. So your brother must have been in a fairly healthy state of mind to be pursuing a new romantic partner. Then you went to speak to your father in the parlor. Since you had to listen to him complain about the current state of your family, he gave me quite an earful as well. Whether you sympathized with him. He spoke about Lady Lenora, of whom your father is less than fond of. He says she's part of some group he doesn't feel kindly about. He doesn't feel kindly about what's He's kindly. Well, that's my father for you. Indeed. Lady Lenora mentioned that she spoke to you before the reading. She made a particular observation about you, that you seemed like a woman who was on a mission. You did not deny it, but questioned her about what that mission might be. She couldn't come up with an answer. What was your mission this evening, Mrs. Percy? To finally meet my nephew. My mission was to finally meet my nephew, little Malcolm. Ah, well, you did accomplish that. Finally, she said you sensed you were skeptical and suggested perhaps you would change your mind. You said it's possible that you might. You also spoke with your younger brother Michael down to the wine cellar. He told me you rather clumsily brought up the subject of having a new child without having thought about your recent loss. You said you would have loved to have had a child. You said you spoke with him about Thomas and the fact that he recently purchased a cake for Nurse Ethel's upcoming birthday. If he was planning that far ahead, I don't suppose it's likely he would have taken his own life. Yeah, see, that's what you gotta... See, if we tried to do suicide, we would have fucked that all up. It's about how your sister-in-law was getting along with the baby. He said she had some problems. She's been having a lot of problems since the birth, being depressed and failing to connect emotionally with the child. Interesting. I wonder what could have caused such an emotional state. Well, that was reliable. She said she had taken her medication and was reasonably lucid when I spoke to her. She recalled seeing you this evening. Apparently she believed herself to be attending your late husband's funeral. I suppose your manner of dress must have confused her. It seems you chose to play along with her, which might have been the right thing to do. Apparently while you were with her, she had some kind of hallucination. She saw your father strangling a family pet. Do you think this is something which could have actually occurred in the past, or just a figment of her imagination? I suppose it's possible. It sounds plausible. I suppose you can't know for sure. It might have been interesting. You mentioned that you came to her to see the baby in the guest room. She said she took the time to sympathize with you regarding the loss of your husband. You thanked her kindly for her concern. Nellie also introduced you to your nephew, and apparently you commented that he didn't resemble his father very much. Well, it was the truth. It's true, he doesn't. Even so, there are some things that it's not polite to point out. You inquired about the well-being of her husband as well, so she says. She said he just lost his job. She mentioned that he recently lost his job at the bank. Is that so? She neglected to mention that to me. That could be important information about him. Finally, you asked about your mother. Nellie said she'd seen her early in the day and she had been smiling and happy. Which does sound like the appearance of a dangerous lunatic. Tell us anything before the tarot reading? Yes, I did. What was your main topic of conversation with him? Spoke about my, late husband. Oh, okay, we spoke about this health because of the tarot reading. So about this health. I see. What do you have to say about her? He wanted to have her put in an asylum. So I sent her to asylum. He said that would be the best thing for her.
I see. I doubt your mother herself would have agreed with him about that. I'm going to find out what happened at the reading with Lady Lenore.
Do you believe in fortune-telling, Inspector? You don't seem like the sort. Hey, Honey Nut, how you doing?
Not necessarily. I'm more interested in the way that Thomas himself interpreted the cause, and there are several witnesses to that. The first card, the lovers, was interpreted as having something to do with your parents. Apparently Thomas revealed his opinion that your mother belongs in an institution.
Michael disagreed with him. Michael said he disagreed. I don't think he ever would have allowed Mother to be put in such a place.
It's true they seemed to be quite set against the idea when I spoke to him. What lengths did we go in order to prevent it from happening? Said card was a fool. I'm told that it prompted quite a bitter argument between your two brothers. It's out of interest because it took place so close to a time of the murder, even if it was over a small, trifling thing. Thought the card was meant to reveal something about his future. Since he interpreted quite a positive way, I think it was less likely that he took his own life immediately afterwards. It reinforced the idea that he was murdered. As I mentioned earlier, my men have conducted a very thorough search of this house. Down in the basement where Nurse Ethel sleeps, we found a bottle of perfume that your brother has apparently bought her as a gift. The fact that he was courting her does not alone make her a suspect. They are both young, unmarried people after all. We found something inside a suitcase belonging to your brother Michael and his wife, a letter from Thomas. Apparently he had refused to give Michael a loan recently. Money can be an extremely compelling motive, in my experience. Anyway, we didn't find anything else in any particular interest. The matter of your brother's death is it's also a matter of importance. So to share a bottle of wine with your older brother Michael when he was stabbed to death with a corkscrew. It's nothing conclusive, but it does make me wonder. Moving on. I've also been trying to ascertain everyone's location at the time of your brother's death. Tell me, where were you when you heard Nurse Ethel screaming?
I was upstairs. The landing. I was upstairs on the landing.
Yes, your sister-in-law told me that you're up there with her. Very good. So, Mr. Percy, I've learned quite a lot of interesting information this evening. Although there's some suspicious circumstances involved, there is not much evidence to suggest foul play on your part. I think your younger brother Michael will become one of the main persons of interest in this case. I did wonder for a while about your sister-in-law, but I very much doubt she is hiding anything. And I must decide what to do about all of this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to arrest your brother Michael.
And what about me, Inspector?
You're free to go. I'll need to take down your address in case I have further questions, though.
Of course. I'll be glad to assist.
And you all doubted me!
Some weeks later. Chapter 12. Two Brothers. And so this brings a conclusion to the true story of the family torn apart by a single act of violence. I'll leave you with this observation. Being the only girl out of 3 children, you come to know certain things about boys and men. The joys they share, the bonds they form, the small, bitter battles caused by their fragile pride. In no relationship are these attributes more pronounced than in a relationship between 2 brothers.
She going to OG? God.
I wish I knew what occurred in the final moments between my brothers. Did they forget their love? Was there a moment of hesitance? As long as Michael continues to profess his innocence, I suppose we will never know. Sometimes I wonder if this was fated to be from the start, like Cain and Abel. Was the death of one or the other simply inevitable? In the end, I suppose it is comforting to think that perhaps there was nothing I could have done to prevent this unfortunate end. Do not be troubled, my brothers, for it is a place beyond time where you will always be found together, in brighter, happier days.
I see where we were. The pointy end of it happened wasn't pleasant. Falcon. So yes, to answer everyone's question, I can get away with murder. Oh, mercy.